Good morning, everyone. Bright and early here in Ottawa, and I was out walking with Gemma as per usual, and I was thinking a lot about my way of talking, and the fact that it is a fact. I tend to believe that we have a shared language, and but my language has emotions, memories, thoughts attached to it. I suspect yours does as well. So when I say, talk about situations, events, etc., I've got a whole picture in my mind of what I'm talking about when I raise certain words. I've been talking with a number of people about anxiety lately. Wow. And I've been noticing it a lot. At work, the admin for my project has horrific telephone anxiety. She hates talking to people on the phone. I think that's so much easier because you can hear the person's tone, you can hear it when they laugh. You don't have to look at LOL, or anything like that. So I think that's a lot easier. However, that being said, it hasn't always been that way. At a number of points in my life, I have been what would be classified as agoraphobic. I remember 1 year. This was a very long time ago. When I moved down to Vernon, and I loved the Okanagan. I moved down to Vernon. My family was supposed to move down there, and that ended up not happening. So I was in Vernon alone, and similar to the Ottawa situation, but without the dog. Big point there. Without the dog, okay? In Vernon, I would go out maybe once a week and grab groceries. And it was horribly, incredibly stressful to do that. I preferred to stay in my apartment. I preferred to, in actuality, I spent a lot of time in my bed, wrapped up in a blanket, and this was in the summer because I felt safe, and that was the safest I could get. Was wrapped up in a blanket, feeling like, okay, and yeah, I'm here, I'm okay. I've got this blanket around me. I'm good. And that's happened at various points in my life. I got to a point where I would say, okay, you're allowed 3 days. You can stay down for 3 days. On that fourth day, you've got to man up. You've got to put on your big girl panties. Whatever that particular saying was for me at that time, and you've got to go out that door. Understanding that a lot of people will look at me and go, you are nuts. You're the most confident person I've ever known. You run a project, a national project. You talk to people all over Canada. You talk to government. Yeah, I do. And that doesn't mean I don't get anxious about it. That doesn't mean I have never had a panic attack. And for those that haven't experienced a panic attack, your heart races, your body temperature goes up, For me, I felt trapped. There was no way out, and I thought I would die. It literally feels like you are dying. Anxiety, just get me to a safe place. Just get me somewhere. Get me somewhere. I remember being so anxious in a car, in my car, my truck, my van, that I would scream, literally screaming, because I wanted this so gone. I was so tired of having all of these emotions, all of these physical feelings, all of these thoughts running through my head. I just wanted to be normal. And big news, there is no normal. There is you and how you make it through the world and how you do things and how you perceive things. The same as it is for me. I worked very hard trying to get over them, get over the panic attacks, get over the anxiety, get over the anger. One of the things I know about my anger is what it hides. I get angry when I'm sad or I'm afraid. It's a more powerful emotion. I felt more in control. I felt more powerful. I did not feel weak. I felt strong. And a lot of the anxiety, the panic attacks, the sadness, the suicidal thoughts, all of that stuff that was in my life, that was weak in my perception. And so I changed that. I became angry and I raged, and I could feel strong. Anyways, if any of you experience those thoughts, emotions, etc., talk to me. I've made it out. That's the funnest part. I made it out. Do I ever feel that way? Yes. Do I respond from that? No. Do I feel it deep in my body? Does it have the same disruption it did? No. It's a feeling, much like gas. And gas we just blow out. So, yeah, you can tell your anxiety to take a hike. You can tell your sadness to take a hike. You just have to be aware of your unconscious story and the characters that are playing in that story and inhibiting and hijacking your life. That's all. It works amazingly. So, love and hugs, everybody. Happy Thursday. We're getting to the weekend. It's going to be a lovely one, I'm sure. So, have a great day. Bye-bye.